Hello and howdy, my dear listeners. Hope you are doing fantastic on this beautiful day. Today's story is Misfortune Part 3, Vlog Channel 02, by Ghost Child, from the Amino community that I list down in the description. This is the third part of the story, and this story is a kind of like a found footage story. If you haven't watched the first two, go watch those first, and then come back to this one. You'll understand the format. Now that I'm doing Part 3, I think it's time to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag on this one. I've been working with Ghost Child. I worked with Ghost Child very closely, but he and I worked together on some things, kind of discussed some things, and I, for him, wrote a Part 4 to this story. Part 4 of the story does not follow this format. Part 4 of the story is actually kind of just like an off-branch of this whole series. I will be narrating Part 4 in the near future, and I hope that you guys enjoy that, but we're not here to talk about that right now, just know it's coming. We are here to talk about this. This is Misfortune Part 3, Vlog Channel 02, by Ghost Child from the Amino community listed below. Enjoy. 2017, November 20th. A boy with dirty blonde hair, green eyes, and pale skin sat on the couch of his living room. He looked to be 19 years of age. Soon the doorbell rang, the boy got up and opened the door. End of video. November 23rd. Hello. The boy sat in front of the camera. He smiled slightly before beginning to speak. Hey, I'm Ryan. I made this channel just to record things, I guess. He cleared his throat before smiling slightly again. End of video. November 25th. Hanging out. Ryan was walking on a bridge next to a tall, light tan-skinned male, with black long hair that was in a loose ponytail, and blue eyes. He wore a dark gray sweater and dark brown jeans. What's with the camera? He asked as he looked at Ryan. Oh, just for my channel, Ryan replied. Hey, Dylan, want to go to the new restaurant? He asked. The screen glitched slightly as a figure appeared in the distance. End of video. November 26th, game time. A girl could be seen sitting on the couch next to Ryan. She had short brown hair and pale skin with bright blue eyes. She wore a green hoodie with dark blue jeans. They looked to be playing video games. You suck at this, she said teasingly. Ryan laughed a bit and playfully shoved her gently. Shut up, I ain't that bad at it, Catherine. Guys, I don't suck at gaming, trust me, Ryan said as he looked at the camera and smiled. 3 a.m. Ryan woke up to a loud thud in his closet. He got up and grabbed his camera from the dresser. He hesitantly went to open the closet, but a loud, distorted screech came from the closet when he got close. Ryan ran out of the house as the screen glitched. End of video. November 27th. Someone was recording from a distance, hidden behind trees. Ryan was sitting next to his friend Catherine. They were at a park, sitting on a bench. They were talking about college and whatnot until Ryan says, Hey, something really weird happened last night. There was this thud in my closet and a high-pitched screech. Catherine looked at him. That's weird. Think it was a raccoon or something? She asked as she crossed her arms. Ryan shrugged. Maybe. I may go check it out. End of video. November 28th. Ryan walked upstairs into his room hesitantly. He soon opened the door slowly before walking inside. He froze. His room was a mess, but the one thing that stood out was a hole in the wall of his closet. What the fuck? He mumbled as he looked around. Soon, Ryan quickly walked outside and sighed. End of video. November 30th. Message. Ryan sat at his desk and sighed. So, recently I saw a video on my channel. I didn't upload this. Someone was recording me from a distance. I don't know how or why, but it creeped me out. I called the cops, but the video disappeared before they could check, and they didn't find anyone in my home either. Ryan rubbed his eyes before saying, I think I'll be taking a break for a bit. End of video. November 30th. Continued. Peekaboo. It seemed to be at least 2 in the morning. Someone stood by Ryan's bedroom window. The camera glitched and the person turned to face the tall, gray-skinned figure. Its arms were longer than normal humans, and it wore clothes from the 1800s. Its mouth was painfully torn, making black liquid leak from its mouth when it smiled. The person quickly ran off. End of video. December 16th. I'm back. Dylan could be seen sitting next to Catherine while Ryan sat across from them. They were at a restaurant and seemed to be having fun. 2 p.m. Someone recorded in the distance. Ryan waved bye to his friends as they walked toward their cars. Ryan then went in his car and drove off. End of video. December 17th. Exploring Lake Hill Woods. Ryan was walking beside Catherine in the woods. "Hey, Ryan. So, like back in the 1800s, there used to be a cult here," she said as she smirked at Ryan. Ryan rolled his eyes playfully. "Well, I wouldn't doubt it." But Ryan stopped, and so did Catherine. In the distance, they could see a figure. The lenses of his glasses were completely white. They couldn't see what he looked like other than that he had glasses. He smiled and ran. "Hey!" Ryan yelled before running after him, but he soon lost the boy. What the fuck? End of video. December 18th. New message. Someone could be seen standing in the distance. It was the same boy from earlier. He smiled as the words "time is running out" appeared. He seemed to be in the woods on a bridge. Soon the words "from Mason" appear on the screen. End of video. December 25th. Merry Christmas. Ryan was sitting down on the couch next to Dylan and Catherine in the basement. Soon the doorbell rang. "Well, that must be Jaden," Dylan said before getting up and running upstairs. Soon Dylan came back down, followed by Jaden. They had reddish-brown short hair, slightly pale skin, and brown eyes. Jaden wore a black and white t-shirt with the hockey mask design on it, and they also wore blue jeans. "Well, now that everyone's here, let's open up the gifts," Ryan said with a smile as he stood up. He then handed everyone their gifts. End of video. December 25th continued. 2 a.m. Jaden lied in a bed sleeping as someone recorded outside the window. Soon a faint growl could be heard as the screen glitched. A symbol soon glitched on the screen, an arrow with lines on both sides. End of video. January 14th, 2018. Ryan was walking down the path in the woods with Dylan, Jaden, and Catherine. They were talking about college and other things, of course. Soon Jaden jumped on Dylan's back. Dylan smiled and gasped dramatically. "Oh no, I'm being attacked," he said as the others laughed. Catherine soon pointed to a piece of paper on a tree with the same symbol from the 2 a.m. video. Ryan walked over to it and took it off the tree. "Okay, what the fuck? Did any of you put this here as a joke?" he said as he looked at the others. They all seemed confused and freaked out. End of video. January 15th. Short video from 2016. This video was from 2 years ago. I was 17 at the time. I was looking back at my old videos from my Twitter account and found this. I didn't notice it at first, but when I look back at the old videos or photos from around April of 2016, I spot it somewhere hidden. I don't know why it chose me, and I don't understand any of this. Ryan walked down over to Dylan and Jaden in the living room, but Dylan looked at Ryan and smiled slightly. Jaden walked into the room and stuck their tongue out slightly at Ryan. But there was something by the window. It was too dark to see what it looked like, and the group didn't seem to notice it. End of video. January 20th, 1 down. Jaden was walking around the woods. They seemed to be shaking. "I don't know how I got here. I'm being watched," they said with a shaky voice. They seemed to be recording with their phone. "I can't call. I can only record." Soon they stopped and backed away, starting to run away from something. End of video. January 21st, looking for Jaden. Ryan, Catherine, and Dylan walked in the woods. "We should follow the path they ran in the video," Dylan said as he looked at the others. The others agreed, of course. 8:09 a.m. They soon came across Jaden leaned against a tree, limp. "Holy shit, Jaden," Ryan said as he rushed over along with the others. The audio cut out and the footage lagged. When it went back to normal, a boy with black wavy hair and pale skin, Smiley, could be seen standing in the distance. He wore a white mask with a black painted smiley face on it. Soon the footage glitches as the three run out of the woods. End of video. January 22nd. Visit. This is the first part of what was recorded 2 days after the last video. Catherine and Dylan don't know about this. Ryan woke up sitting on a chair. He soon looked up and around before he noticed Ray sitting across from him at the table. The brown-haired male smiled and looked at Ryan. Someone's finally awake. Ryan looked at him, panic setting in. Where the fuck am I? He quickly stood up, only to be pushed back down in the chair by Ray, who got up to stand by him. My house. Now, don't be a rude guest, Ray said with a serious tone and expression. Ray then smiled creepily at Ryan before sitting back down across from him. Ryan felt a chill run down his spine. Why am I here? Ryan asked as he looked at Ray. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Ray then cleared his throat. You're here because I need something from you. I need you, Ray said, looking at Ryan. He took out the book before starting to speak again. You're tied in with this. It's all symbols and shit. But you, he looked up at Ryan, you are the carrier of the last symbol I need. Ray smiled before leaning back in his chair. Ryan looked at him, unsure of what to say. He was confused and scared. Why do you want these symbols? And what's in that book? Ryan asked as the footage lagged slightly. Ray smiled before picking the book up and looking at it. This is the main source, but it's not as powerful without all the symbols, Ray said with a chuckle. I probably should warn you, that Mr. Misfortune prick will do anything to get to you, Ray said, standing up and walking over to Ryan. Break your mind, your friendships, all just to get to you and take you, Ray said before smiling slightly. End of video. January 23rd, 2. You can't draw the symbol right now, you need to see it, to have it inserted into your mind, Ray said as he looked at Ryan. When it's time, I'll get you, he said before standing up and adjusting his hat. But till then, always keep an eye out, Ray said before opening the front door. Ryan stood up and made his way out of the home. He looked around, realizing he was in Lake Hill Woods. Quickly, he started to run out. In the distance, Smiley and 2 other figures could be seen watching. End of video. January 20th, 2 a.m. Jaden was running but soon turned around. Dylan, don't, they said with a shaky breath as they backed up. Dylan could be seen standing a few inches away. He held a gun as he pointed it at Jaden. Soon the screen went black before returning to normal. Jaden was leaned up against the tree as Dylan walked away. End of video. January 24th, update. Ryan sat on the couch as he held his head. He sighed before starting to speak. Catherine is missing, so is Dylan, that fucking... He stopped himself before getting up and walking away, quietly sobbing. 2 p.m. Ryan sighed and looked down at the table. I've been seeing this in my dreams, this symbol. Now I'm not only seeing it in my dreams. Every time I look in the mirror, I see it on my hands. Ryan looked up, the screen going black. End of video. January 25th. Looking. Mason could be seen watching Ryan as he laid in bed. He soon smiled and walked away into the hall. End of video. January 26th. Ryan was drinking a cup of water in the kitchen while looking out the window. However, he soon saw Dylan walk upstairs with his head down. Ryan ran after. The screen glitches ever so slightly as he did. Dylan stood at the end of the hall, pointing his gun at Ryan. This is all your fault, Ryan. You couldn't stop fucking recording and now look what happened. Are you happy? Dylan said as he glared at Ryan. He soon held his head and looked down. Ryan took this chance to quickly run at Dylan, knocking him to the ground. The screen soon went black. Soon the screen went back to normal, showing Ryan sitting next to Dylan's body, his arm bleeding since the bullet grazed his arm. End of video. January 27th. Final visit. Ryan soon found himself sitting in the chair across from Ray. Damn, didn't know you had the guts to kill him, Ray said with a chuckle. He had the book open to a blank page. I'm guessing you know why you're here, Ryan? Ryan looked at him. He sighed and grabbed the pen in front of him. How can I trust you? He said as he looked at Ray. Ray looked at him before smiling. You can't. You can only trust yourself. But if you don't draw that symbol, you're leaving with one arm, Ray said with a blank expression before leaning back in his seat. Ryan soon grabbed the book and looked at the page before sighing and carefully drawing the symbol, an arrow with 2 lines on each side. Soon the screen glitched as Ray smiled. End of video. January 27th. Continued. Trapped. Ryan woke up in a room with a bed and whatnot. He instantly got up and tried to open the door, but to no avail. It wouldn't open. There were no windows, and Ryan soon punched the wall and started to sob quietly. End of video. January 28th. Alone. Catherine woke up in her home as someone recorded from outside her window. She seemed to be confused, not remembering where she was. Catherine looked around the room and then walked over to a photo of her, Dylan, and Ryan hanging out at the park. End of video. So there you go, my dear listeners. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was Misfortune Part 3, Vlog Channel 02. That was the 3rd part of this series. And as I said earlier in the intro of the video, there will be a Part 4 of this. Part 4 will actually be written by me, with the aid of Ghost Child. He was willing to let me write a story in his universe, and I greatly appreciate that. And I hope all of you guys like it whenever it comes out, because it'll come out soon. And honestly, I actually liked working with this universe and the character that I created for it. So, all that said, if you did enjoy the video, please do hit that thumbs up button to let me know you liked it, and also smash that subscribe button. I went British, I'm sorry. Also, smash that subscribe button to let me know that you really like the channel, because it makes me feel good. And lastly, if you so feel inclined to do so, I'm tired, sorry. Leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, and I will comment back and let you know how I'm doing. And it won't be me saying I'm tired, because I probably won't be responding to you at 10 o'clock at night. And that may not sound late to some of you, but I don't usually narrate at 10 o'clock at night. I usually do all my recordings around noon, so I don't know why I'm doing this so late, other than I want to get a lot done. Down in the description, you'll find links to the Amino community for this story, as well as links to my subreddit, Facebook, and Twitter, and a page where you can submit your own story to me so I can narrate it from my channel. Yeah, is what it is. Alright, guys. I love y'all. I hope you have a fantastic day and fantastic week and weekend or whatever. Stay safe out there, but until next time, sleep well. Execute Order 66.